Happy Monday, students. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. This week is an exciting week. We are wrapping up our poetry and figurative language unit, Unit 6. And in order to show what you've learned over the course of the unit, we are going to create a poetry analysis. And that is going to be created over the next 3 days or so. And you'll get a chance to choose your own, choose either a song lyrics or a poem that you would like to analyze. Attached to today's work are the choices for both poetry and song lyrics. You are only choosing one, okay? You're not doing both, only one. So choose one text that you want to analyze. Also make sure that you kind of understand what it's saying. Don't choose a text that may not be easy for you to understand, okay? So just keep that in mind. Let me go ahead and reduce this here so you can see. This is actually the checklist, the rubric that I'm going to be grading your analysis on. And I always like to show that to you before we get into the steps and the procedures, because I want you to know that this is a pretty big assignment, and you're going to need to have all of these different slides included in your final analysis presentation. I will be sharing with you my presentations that I have created as examples for you tomorrow, but today I want to focus on that very first step, which would be choosing your lyrics and or your poem, and then going ahead and filling out the graphic organizer to help you to analyze that poem. Okay, so let's take a look here. You should have had a chance, hopefully, to watch the video. It's the firework video by Katy Perry that I have attached here. Rather than reading through the lyrics, I figured you'd much rather watch the video. So hopefully you got a chance to listen to some of those lyrics and hear some of the figurative language that was throughout that. But once you choose your song or your poem, you're going to want to make sure that you, copy and paste that to another document, or make sure you have it and are looking at it, that you can be able to mark it up if you need to, that type of thing. So here I will show you is the attached graphic organizer that's attached to today's video here. And this is what you're doing today with the piece of text that you choose, okay? You're going to put the song title at the top first, okay? Then remember those who, what, where, when, why, and how questions that, we can answer to, summarize things. We're going to use those with our either poem or song that we're going to analyze. So after reading through Firework by Katy Perry, the who here is everyone. So it's just general. This is a message for everybody, okay? Or it could be anyone. The what? Well, we should believe in our potential, okay? The where? Everywhere or anywhere, okay? The when? Always. Okay, some of these are very general. It doesn't necessarily say this in the text, but we can infer that, okay? Why? To make the world a beautiful place. It says that right in the text. How? By sharing our talents with the world, okay? Will you have every single one of these boxes filled out on your graphic organizer? You may not. These are those things that are going to help us to be able to later determine the topic and the theme of this poem or the song, okay? Now let's go on down to song structure. So the song has stanzas, and it has rhymes. So I went ahead here and put in here the rhyme scheme. So it's not like a standard rhyme scheme, but I put in there, let's just get rid of this. I put in there that stanzas 2, 5, 9, 10, and 13 have rhymes, and that the pattern is inconsistent. So it's not a standard rhyme scheme, but I did want to put that there are rhymes here, okay? Number of lines, there are 55 lines. That's a long song, okay? A lot of these songs are pretty long. Some of them I actually shortened. You'll see it says excerpt because they were too long, and I took some of the repetition off of the end of the song to make them a little shorter. Number of stanzas, 15 stanzas. What repetition is in this song? Well, there's a lot. Make them go ah, 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 right? Is repeated again and again throughout the song. So then we want to take a look at the figurative language. So these are all the components that we've learned up until this point. So let's take a look at personification, okay? The personification, you know what, there's not any, okay? So it's really, there's nothing here. So I put over here not applicable because that means there's none, okay? If there isn't any, you can't make it up, all right? Simile, well, guess what? There is similes here. There are similes. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Okay, so here we go. The effect of this language, or the meaning, is do you ever feel like you don't have a purpose in life? Okay, there is also metaphor, and that is baby, you're a firework. So it's comparing somebody, yourself, to a firework. And that means that you're beautiful and full of potential, okay? Just like a firework is beautiful and full of potential, right? Just waiting to explode. Then you do not have to look for hyperboles because we didn't really focus on those, but there was a hyperbole or an exaggeration. It says even brighter than the moon. And to me, that meant that showing a person's gifts and talents can be brighter than the moon. So it shows that this song's inspirational. Alliteration, I don't believe there is any alliteration. So again, I put none there, and not applicable, NA. And then automatopoeia, okay? There is also automatopoeia here. Boom, 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 right? Sound of fireworks, right? So it uses imagery to portray how powerful fireworks sound. This means that we can be powerful too, all right? So remember, don't just give me the figurative language. Tell me what it means, okay? That's what you're doing over here on the right-hand side. Are we going to have all of these filled in? No. If it doesn't have any, you're writing none, okay? But you're trying to look for as many pieces of figurative language as you can find. Some of our poems may not have as many pieces of figurative language as a lot of the songs do. That's okay. You should have at least 2 types of figurative language in every piece of text that I have out there for you to choose from. If you can't find it, then you need to contact me and we'll talk through it, okay? So that is what I really would like you to do today. You are choosing what song or poem you're going to analyze, and then you're filling out everything that's on here so far that we filled out through the bottom. And you're going to wait until you fill out all of the figurative language until you come up here to the topic, because that really is going to help you to understand what is the topic of this song or poem. And for this specific song, I said it's potential. All right. Do fireworks have potential? Yeah, they do. Do we have potential? Absolutely. And then I said that the theme is we all have potential inside us waiting to be discovered. Be willing to take that chance to make our world a beautiful place. Okay, and that fits the whole metaphor of comparing someone to a firework, okay? So hopefully this video will help you, that you can go back if you need to as you're filling out your graphic organizer. This is a key piece, and it's going to be your basis on what you build your poetry analysis off of, okay? Tomorrow you're going to start to build that poetry analysis. I have some basic slides that I'm going to show you tomorrow. I have a couple of examples to show you. And then you guys can be creative then when you're developing your slides. So this should be a fun activity. You get to choose, your own text here from what I have available. Again, any questions, just please reach out and ask me, and make sure that you submit this document through Schoology, okay? All right, I'm excited to read about how you're figuring out what you decide that your themes of your poems are, and I can't wait to see your final analysis presentations. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.